Okay, let's talk about what Hostess programs you can offer to your friends and family. There are two main Hostess programs that we typically talk about, and you may have a Hostess program brochure like this. Inside the brochure, there are two methods. There's one that's the traditional way that is a great way for you to get sales and rebookings. It's based on those two things. If someone has a $500 party and 2 bookings from their friends and family, then they would earn $100 in free product. So you're happy, you have sales, you have rebookings, and they've earned a lot of free product. But it is based on rebookings. If they have $500 in sales and no bookings, then they would only earn $50 in free product, which is about 10% of the sales. So in Mary Kay, you'll learn that the most important thing at a party is actually rebooking so that you have continual business and good prospects for your team. It's great to sell, but sales often are really quick cash that you spend at the grocery store or you go shopping with, but then that sale dies and there's no continual revenue coming in because you didn't have any rebookings. So it's really important to have those rebookings. On the second page, there is a plan that talks about the $75 worth of product for $35 coupon. We talk about that all the time in our national area. So you probably have heard this at every success meeting for the amount of months that you have been in Mary Kay. It's a great, quick way to get someone to agree to come back and bring friends. We don't really call it a Hostess program or call it a party. Sometimes the word party just simply intimidates people. They think clean house and make food, and that makes a lot of women nervous. So we like to just say, come back next week, bring a couple of friends, and you'll get $75 worth of anything that you want for $35. And they're pretty excited about that. However, I want to suggest as soon as someone says yes to that, you text them later after the meeting and say, can I call or text you tomorrow? I have a sweeter Hostess program for you, or I have a bigger coupon that I would like to offer you. And that's when you take the 75 for 35 coupon and work to transform it into how can she have a $500 selling party, because that would be quite profitable for you. When I first started Mary Kay, sales were an important part of our household income. Sales were, part of what paid our grocery bill and paid our power bill and things like that. So I needed increased sales. I even took this program, the $500 in sales, and doubled that to $1,000 in sales, and 4 bookings would give them a free roll-up bag. So you can be creative with your Hostess programs. So if they had a $1,000 party, and I just doubled this, if they had a $1,000 party and 4 bookings, then they got a $199 roll-up bag for free. And if you simplify stuff and have a positive expectancy out of people, then they will think it's easy. A lot of success in Mary Kay is just your attitude towards things. So how did I get someone to think that they could have a $1,000 event? Well, they simply needed to sell 5 $199 roll-up bags. They had to find 5 people in their family and friends that loved that Build-A-Bag just as much as they did. So for them, it was easy. They just had to work that program, and inside their Hostess packets were create a roll-up bag sheets, and I went through thoroughly and explained how the payment plans worked so that they could go ahead and take their credit card numbers, debit card numbers, and fill out the receipts. What is so good and so important about being this thorough when you have a customer or you have a friend that books a party or agrees to come back to a success meeting and bring friends? Once you are this thorough and she is successful and you've pre-profiled the guest and people show up and people buy products, she thinks she can be a Mary Kay consultant. She's basically already done the job, and it worked, and she made you a lot of money. So now she's considering, maybe for the first time, I could have made that money for me. So that's some tips on how to have a great Hostess program.